4 o'clock. Try to prevent that. Bisu is now slowly actually taking advantage of this map because EffOrt's 5th mining base has been prevented on those drones. One drone gets caught in transition. Meanwhile, Bisu trying to set up some defense forces. Again, Crackling's moving in, and Hydra's on the other side. This is a pretty decent pincher here, but however, not enough Zerglings on the other side. That pincher comes way too late, and the storms just foil those Zerglings and those Hydras. Nice attempt there at a pincher attack, but just gets completely foiled because the Zerglings came in way too early, and the Hydras did manage to support from the other side. Hatchery gonna go down, and Lurker Egg blocked by Bisu. Meanwhile, gonna by EffOrt. Meanwhile, I'm sorry, definitely gonna try to take down that base. Can't believe I keep mixing these players up. This is way too exciting. And now Bisu moving in with forces onto the 5 o'clock base. There's a lot. Meanwhile, the forces trailing him. He storms pretty well as much as he can. Now a lot of zealots in that. Meanwhile, just preventing those Cracklings from moving in on his position as long as he can. Taking out Archons there, taking down the Sunken Column, taking down his Hatchery, taking down the Sport Colony, completely eradicating this base. I got 4 or 5 tries to get that right, and I didn't. Still, there's so many zealots and Archon, and one Archon being used there to block those Zerglings and completely prevent them from coming in. Bisu, and a Dark Templar again with an Observer taking down those Lurkers. Man, he meanwhile gets plagued and taken out that way. Over now, just finally moving in with using those Scourge to take out the Observers so Lurkers can continue doing damage. Bisu using such nice use of Archons. He just shows that a Zealot army is supported so much, not just by High Templar, but as well as by Archons. Archons allow them to do splash damage, and just overall does very well. Dragoons should not be amazed. Another engagement now here. Lurkers being burned just in time. Those Zealots are not going to be able to do a lot of damage. Another engagement on another side. EffOrt just slowly losing this match. Just doesn't have enough economy. I see a lot of players doing this these days. For some reason, Zerglings, they have to economize more. They have to get a higher economy up, get more bases up there. The 110 Templar get lost there. If Zerg players continue to allow Protoss to harass them, not doing proper harassment to the Protoss meanwhile, and not putting down bases, I'm sorry, they're just going to start losing. They have to take out bases and put up their own bases. The idea of it is the Swarm. The Swarm around, another engagement here, a nice pincher attack, bunch of Lurkers, Dark Swarm coming off meanwhile. It's going to completely make Dragoons useless, and there are no ranged forces, so the Dark Swarm is honestly not that useful at this point because there are no Dragoons there. High Templar and Zealots moving in from the back as EffOrt tries to move in with these Hydralisks and Lurkers. Meanwhile, he's being met by both sides, and these forces are going to get pincered. Storms going off, so many nice storms, and there's an Observer alongside, so those Lurkers are going to die pretty damn quickly. One Archon, meanwhile, does go down before that happens. Bisu just doing a very good job of expanding all over the place like a Zerg should be doing, and the Zerg player is just not managing to do enough damage to him. More Cracklings not moving in. Under a Dark Swarm though, that's pretty good. That those cannons not going to be able to do any damage to those Zerglings, so that could be actually pretty useful. We're going to see if he manages to actually take it down, trying to move in another cannon. Those Cracklings doing so much damage so fast. So it actually a lot of decent damage going down here. Bunch of Hydras also moving, going to take on as many probes as they can. They have to though take on the Nexus. Taking on the Nexus is very, very, very important. Has to take on this Nexus. If he doesn't, it'd be pretty bad. The bunch of probes do manage to move out of the way. Meanwhile, this expansion is up and running for EffOrt. They're apparently showing that for some reason. Maybe some harassment going down there that didn't notice. Oh, nice storm on those Hydras there. Okay, there is a harass. More Zealots and they're moving in. Bisu counter-attacking with his own harassment. That Nexus, that base did go down, but we're gonna see if EffOrt manages to save this base. The Hatchery is still fine. Crackling's now finally moving in. And watch more, so actually should be able to save the Hatchery, but there were quite a few drones that took a bit of damage as well. One Corsair flying around there in case of a drop. So it's actually pretty bad. A lot of it just being denied to EffOrt. I believe his main is completely mined out. His natural is almost mined out. His mineral only is in a bad position. He's lost his 7 o'clock expansion, while Bisu has far too much mining going on. It did lose that 9 o'clock, but I believe his 1 o'clock is still expanding. I see some purple there. It's fine. So Bisu's at 4 bases, and a shuttle moving into that position. Meanwhile, Crackling's going to try to catch it. That Reaver do manage to get on. So, oh man, Zerglings do manage to get into that and do manage to take out the Nexus. Very nice harassment there by EffOrt. EffOrt slowly trying to do as well as he can, take on this match. That's what he should be. Not go for the pull, but just go take down the Nexus. They're going to prevent that expansion from coming up again for so long. Just Zergling speed and those Krakens doing a very good job. No Ultralisk Den still for EffOrt, and I don't think that would actually be a good idea. I don't think at this point he probably doesn't have the gas to support those. Oh, nice Scourge use there. A lot of force being lost though. EffOrt still taking a lot of damage all over the place. He loses most of the engagements, but manages to hang on due to quickly being able to replace his forces and being able to counterattack. And now another attack here with Zealots, a Shuttle, and 2 Archons, as well as Dragoon and Dark Templar and High Templar and Observers moving in now. Nice Scarab, they're going off, doing a lot of damage. Meanwhile, Storms, they're coming in on the Cracklings, they're trying to run from the back, and also a nice Scarab. So this expansion is effectively going to go down for EffOrt. Counter to counter to counter to counter. Bisu on 3 bases now. EffOrt again also on 3 bases. And I think this is actually a lot worse news for EffOrt. As you can see, his mineral only and his natural almost completely mined out. He has almost no forces on the ground at this point. So much damage being done overall. Again, now Zergling's gonna move in, see that, trying to see if there's an expansion. They're gonna just see that assimilator, nothing else gonna happen. Drone there that was trying to take on an expansion gets taken down by the rear before it can do anything. That assimilator is gonna go down. And that someone just completely getting ignored by Bisu. Why would he defend the Scimitar? Meanwhile, High Templar almost being caught by those Cracklings. Has to be very wary of those High Templar. Those High Templar do manage to storm up and go down though. And kill a lot of Zerglings. Again, more Zerglings, Cracklings trying to meet Zealots in the middle, trying to do as much damage as they can. Scourge flying around, gonna see if they can manage to catch Bisu, trying to micro that. Oh! Wow, a lot of good micro there, but no, the shuttle is... Wow, okay, look at everybody screaming, and no, the shuttle survives! Such awesome shuttle micro by Bisu, and the fangirls in the background going freaking nuts. More Cracklings now out for EffOrt. Ultra's Den is down, so EffOrt at this point is at his last ropes. Bisu now has done so much damage. He has countered pretty darn well, but Bisu has done so much damage overall that EffOrt is in serious trouble at this point. More forces, more expansion. The shuttle almost gets caught. Oh, flies right into the Scourge though. So the shuttle does go down, probably with a Reaver inside, but I don't think at this point that's serious damage to Bisu. One Defiler getting caught there by a Zealot. Oh man, I need a sip of water for this game. And again, Kraken is trying to move in on that 1 o'clock base, trying to take out the next again, but this time it's going to be prevented. Just before the Overlord apparently picks some of those forces out, and that Overlord now being caught there, not going to move around because there are forces on the ground. Bisu's 3 main bases have also been mined out at this point. His natural, mineral only, and his main all mined out. Zealot is, however, going to prevent that base. EffOrt at this point is desperate for a base. He's probably trying to save up minerals because he's not mining at all. It's kind of like the first set where both players, well, at least one of the players, didn't have anything to mine. Bisu at this point still has a mining base, so he can still use forces, and EffOrt just trying to save minerals as long as he can, just to take down a hatchery, and that's going to be so hard. So many drones now distance mining for him. That's the last resort he has. He has to distance mine because there's nothing else he can do. But apparently those guys just not following their waypoints very well because they're just dancing around there instead of sending minerals to the base. EffOrt, slowly the vice grip of Bisu is coming down on EffOrt here. He is in so much trouble, and a scout now out for Bisu. Oh my god. Bisu is now just insulting him at this point, sending out a scout. Bisu's being an asshole here, storming a bunch of Zerglings that are trying to run and do some damage. GG, triple GG coming from EffOrt. Oh god, that was good. That was very good. That was very, 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 very good. Ooh. 30-minute match. Bisu winning it handily. Even adding in a scout insult. Heartily high-fiving everybody on his squad. He knows everybody should be proud of him. Took down 2 matches. Quick bow there. Good performance by EffOrt. But I'm seeing this pattern by Zergs of not expanding when they should be expanding. So I don't really know what's up with that. But pretty good all in all by EffOrt. He's apparently CJ's one of their new ace in the holes these days. So we're going to see. Also look forward to see what SKT1 has back to do. He started off the season, first part of the season, very badly. Now they're kind of back into the game despite the Zerg sucking. We're looking forward to seeing what I Love UV and Boxer do also with them back in the lineup. So all in all, very good game. Everybody, thanks for listening. Hopefully I'll have some more StarCraft for you up someday soon. So, GG, Sranchin signing off.